All right, we're here with Central Oklahoma head football coach Nick Bobeck following UCO's 35-14 win over Lindenwood in Week 1 of MIAA action. Coach, why don't you just make a quick opening statement before we get to questions?
I was really proud of our kids, especially in the first half. And it may seem odd, but we had some adversity that we had to face in the first half, and coming off of a somewhat disappointing season that we had last year, could have had the thoughts of, oh, here we go again, or whatever it may be. And I was really proud of our kids and the way that they responded. And it takes a couple of football plays, and Riley Gallion coming down on kickoff, and two football plays in a row that he comes down and he has a big hit on the quarterback, and gets a spark. And there was a different energy after that, and I was really proud of the way that both sides of the football responded. The second half, defensive side of the ball really dominated, those guys, and obviously I think the time of possession in the second half was way in our favor, over 20 minutes, almost 21 minutes, of time of possession in the second half, and it just wears on people, and it's fun to play defensive football when you get to that point.
Chaz Stallard threw 4 touchdowns tonight to multiple wide receivers. Just how important is it for him to spread the ball on offense?
Well, I think it's important for Chaz, because he didn't have a lot of yardage, but that's not who Chaz is, And I think it's important for him to be able to understand where the one-on-one matchups are. We're pretty talented at wide receivers, and when you find the one-on-one matchups, and he did a good job of that tonight, put the ball in some good spots, and really happy with the way he performed, and he had some big third down pickups too on some on design run plays as well.
Yeah, you guys also had a couple of big plays off play action. Just why was that so successful tonight?
Well, they were playing man, and we want to run the football. I mean, that's no secret. We're not telling each other secrets in here. But but when you get some of those play action looks, and you get a 7-man to 8-man protection, and some of those things take a while, and those guys did a really good job of getting open. When you play man to man, you get a chance to rub those guys off on some of the routes that we ran, and that was the thought. That's been the thought the entire time. And the kids did a great job of executing.
And going back to dealing with adversity, like you were talking about, you guys were down 14-7 in the second quarter, but then you guys finished on a 28-0 run. What was the key during that stretch?
I think Riley Gallion, was a spark plug, and big hits energized people. It energized the stadium, and you could feel it. And the sideline was energetic, and at that point, that's when we got the run game going a little bit too, and really ground on them. They're especially in the second half. We killed the ball, dang near the entire second half. So I was really proud of all of our kids. It was a team effort, and those guys did a good job. The defense did a great job of getting off the field, especially at that last drive before the half. And then set us up on the offensive side of the ball on the +50. Around the +50, we ended up going down and scoring, and I think that was big. I think that was really big.
What was the difference in this year's season opener compared to last year's season opener against Lindenwood?
Turnovers. When you beat yourself, it's hard to win, and we didn't turn the football over, and our two kids took a great deal of pride in that. We haven't had very many turnovers through camp, and I was really proud of the way our guys performed and valued the football, valued possessions. And so that was the big deal. We knew last year we let one slip away, and as much as on us as coaches as it was on anybody, and as much on me as anybody. And so we had to remedy some things, and I think our kids did a good job of adjusting to it.
During one of their drives in the first half, Lindenwood had 30 rushing yards in one drive, but for the rest of the game, you guys only held them to 60 yards rushing. So how did your defense flip the switch and was able to just shut down their rushing game?
I think it still goes back to that football play Riley Gallion made. And when you change the game and you get a lead and you change momentum, sometimes you change the play calls on the other side. And and our guys did a good job, and we made some adjustments on the defensive side of the football. There was a little bit more pressure that we were bringing, and we hit the quarterback a couple of times. I don't know that we sacked him very many times. I think maybe we had one sack, maybe none. but we did hit him, and that matters.
What does it mean to the football program to have the crowd turn out it did tonight?
I think it's huge. You know, there's energy in the stadium. You know, when you get a crowd like that, and you know, we're thankful that they were there. There's no question about that, and hopefully we can keep putting them in the seats and keep winning football games. But I was really happy with the crowd and the way that they participated in the game.
And McKenzie had a great night rushing the ball. What can you say about his performance tonight?
Dude, he's tough. He's just you know, he's not special talented by any means. He's talented, but he is just gritty tough. And you know, some of the, you know, I would bet that over half of his rushing yardage was after contact, and he did a great job. You know, he probably separated his AC joint early in the game, and you guys probably saw him carrying that thing. He just kept going. You know, that son, he's one of the toughest football players I've ever had.
Any other questions, guys? All right, UCO at Pittsburgh State, Saturday, September 9th. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.